Ford engineer would have a fucking heyday if they seen me putting this kind of oil in here.
Why?
Because it's 1040. It's like they want zero weight water weight garbage.
Why?
It's how the manufacturers are starting to meet emissions. So it doesn't have as much, it's a much lower viscosity. So the engine can turn over much easier. It's not working as hard to rotate the, like the crankshaft, camshaft, chains, all those things. The offset though, is that there's nothing in there that's really good for durability, longevity of your engine. So you're basically running super thin stuff, which doesn't allow for a lot of cushion in things like connecting rods, anything where there's a high pressure situation or you need that film of oil. It's not there anymore. So even back in the day, 15 years ago, when engines were lasting forever, we were using at a minimum like 530, even 520 in some of the really good Toyotas. And they were, with that extra thickness, they weren't allowing for metal on metal wear. And that's why, I run thicker oil, but I also will always run, ProMax in my stuff, because that adds a lot of the ZDDP and various additives that are missing from some of those oils that manufacturers just don't think are necessary because they don't care if your engine lasts past warranty. All right, so I used to own an automotive repair shop, and it was primarily European cars, so your BMWs, Audis, Porsches, and Volkswagens. And at the time, Volkswagens had a notoriously unreliable camshaft problem in their diesel Jettas. The camshafts would literally wear out about every 80,000 K, and it was like clockwork for everyone else. We always ran ProMax in our customers' oil changes. They didn't have an option. It was, for us, initially, it was just really good for our profits, and then we found out what this product was doing, and it turns out that we had 0 camshaft failures in probably 90 to 95 customer cars, and we accredited it to the ProMax. We actually had one customer that finally decided he was going to sell his car, and he'd been servicing it with us for 500,000 K, and we asked if we could pull apart the top of his engine to look at it, and there was 0 wear. And the only thing different from our oil changes and our customers' maintenance to like the dealerships or the shops was that we had ProMax in all of our oil. So, and it wasn't just camshafts, it was timing chains. BMWs had notorious timing chain issues, and same with Mercedes, and we just didn't see those same issues, and it has to do with what's in the ProMax chemical. So I always run it in my vehicles. I don't get engine failures in my motorcycles, in my trucks, in my equipment, nothing. So I absolutely won't do oil changes without it. And then you add about, I'd say 10% to your oil changes, and away you go. Some people are afraid of, of it creating like a buildup in your engines, because in the mid 80s, there was a product that had Teflon in it, because Teflon was in everything in the 80s. I think they put it in our cereals, and it would actually build up and create blockages in oil galleys. This stuff does not do that. It is just an additive to your existing oil. So when you change your oil, and it is out of that oil, it is no longer in your system. So if you're worried about it, not being able to get rid of it if you don't like it, which isn't gonna happen, you're gonna like it. It does, it gets out with every oil change. So you have to use it with every oil change, and you'll always have that protection that it gives you.